Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. JLR boots on the ground. We have a situation here in Pinellas County. The Florida Hwy Patrol has taken over the landfill here in Pinellas County, Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis just ordered, it's windy out here, folks. Hurricane Milton is coming. It might be hard to hear, but there's a situation where Florida Hwy Patrol is now blocking off the entrance to the landfill here in Pinellas County. This is part of an executive order. What in the world is going on here in Pinellas County? Let me spin the camera around and show you what is going on here in Pinellas County. They have taken over the solid waste site on 114th Avenue in Pinellas County. And this is an order from the governor, Ron DeSantis. Now, what does this all mean? I am in Pinellas County at one of the landfills. There has been some controversy at this landfill in the last couple of days about people delivering their waste here and them denying certain people and them also having severe restrictions. This is part of an executive order that DeSantis just signed today in preparation and in anticipation of Hurricane Milton. It might be a little windy here, folks. It's starting to get a little windy out here. We're going to try to understand what is going on with this situation and why is this solid waste site, here's the address, 3095 114th Avenue North in Pinellas County. Why did the Florida Hwy Patrol take over this location and closed it? Now, in the same time, there has been people that are arriving with debris, and across the street, this looks like there's something going on across the street with a bunch of material. Something is going on here, folks, with this situation. Something is going on. Florida Hwy Patrol has blocked off the solid waste site. What in the world is this about? And they're zooming off. We are boots on the ground covering the latest with Hurricane Milton coming. I think this is like shift change or something. Oh, he's yelling, "What's your name and badge number?" Some sort of argument going on. I'll try to find out what's going on with him, if I can ask him. Hey, hey, what's going on? What's happening? So, what's the situation? Why are the police here? You know?
We're getting told by FEMA
Hard to hear him. All right, so there's some tensions here. Tensions are rising. Tensions are rising. So we got more county issue trucks here. Must be. So what I've been seeing earlier today is a huge convoy of trucks mobilizing at Tropicana Field in St. Pete, and they're scrambling around to get this debris off the roadways and off the side of the roadways before the storm hits. Because if the storm hits, now I'll tell you, the models have changed a little bit. The latest GFS has this thing now going back towards Crystal River to the north. Now, we were saying the last live that a lot of the models were pushing it to the south. It's starting to go back towards the north. I don't know where it's going to hit at this point. I was going to start headed down to Sarasota and Venice. But if it hits this area, like, there's a strong possibility you have a situation, folks, where you have all that debris all over the side of the road that people, that got that storm surge from Helene. And if you get that same storm surge with all that debris on the road, it would go all over the place. So there's a mass scrambling going on right now in Pinellas County, and I think the governor intervened where he actually sent, again, you said they're all gone now. Where did all the Florida Hwy Patrol cars go? Where they blocked off this. It's closed now, and they took it over for some reason. You're gonna have to look at and read the language of the executive order, because I haven't read it yet, but apparently it gives the governor authorization to send Florida Hwy Patrol to this site here, 114th Avenue. And I was talking to the officer beforehand. He couldn't give me much information. He just said, "I'm here. I'm told to be here." But he said this place is closed now. So that's very, very interesting in that aspect. Pinellas County waste site is now closed. This is a spot that was I don't know what the people were complaining that they only had it a certain amount of hours, but the gates are closed. So ain't nobody delivering anything here. It's complete madness. Look at that. What is that? What kind of plane is that? The word is it's complete madness right now in this county as far as where to put the debris. Where does all the debris go? Let me go across the street and see what this is all about and what this center is. There's people lined up ready to, get their trash. It's just some very, I'm starting to sense a severe urgency here and a mismanagement in communications between Pinellas County. I think FEMA's also involved in this. Some viral videos going around saying that FEMA has taken over some of these disposal sites and kicking commercial drivers out and telling commercial drivers to just take the product back to where you got it, just put it on the side of the road and we'll get it later kind of deal. And then the governor speaking today. Now I can play that executive order again in my car. I have that clip. But there's some weird stuff going on right now here in Pinellas County. Now this looks like another facility where they got massive amount of trash out here. Now this looks like this is being ran by Pinellas County. So what's going on?
They're not letting us dump.
You mind if you talk? Okay, what's going on? JLR Investigates on YouTube. So what's happening here?
This is only for contractors through the county that are dumping. No publics, no regular civilians. They're not opening anything. They said that tomorrow, but it's state controlled.
Yeah, but there was police there.
And it's going to be state controlled tomorrow.
Why state control?
I'm not sure. That's what he just told us. We have a bunch of stuff we need to dump in our trailers. We've been helping people. Now we can't do nothing with it.
So they just turn you away.
Yep.
I got 10
roll-off dumpsters.
We just asked if we could bring our debris before the storm to go help out afterwards. Nope. only if you're contracted through the state and the county.
Do you know where private citizens would take their trash or their debris?
They're not telling us right now. All the dumps are shut down. Even in, what was it? Hudson?
Tarpon.
Pasco.
Yeah.
So you went to Tarpon and Pasco?
They denied us.
Hayes Road up there in Pasco, I believe. That's up by Spring Hill near.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't go that far.
So that's the understanding here. Residents don't know what's going on because it seems like residents are confused about where to put their trash.
Yep, they're just turning us all down without a real explanation.
You got a line behind you. Thanks for that info. Thank you. All right, so where are the citizens? Where are the citizens in Pinellas County going to put, Pinellas County got rocked and they got hard hit, and most of the Berry Islands were under an extensive amount of water. We were at Shore Acres yesterday at my friend Cliff Gephardt's neighborhood. Most of the homes there got water damage. But where are these people putting, what is going on here? Like where are they allowed? Where are residents allowed to put their debris? Or are they just not allowed now that DeSantis has taken things over? Now I'm gonna go over here and play this clip. I'm gonna play this clip here so we can get an understanding, because DeSantis had authorized the Florida Hwy Patrol to take over the site here. And I'll play this clip. I don't understand it. I'm confused. I'm still investigating and trying to find out what this is all about. But let me get this clip of DeSantis on the landfill, and you'll listen to it and see what he had to say. Let me get it right here. Okay, so he said, in this morning's press conference ahead of Milton, Governor DeSantis explained why the state cut open the landfill in Pinellas to dispose of debris from Hurricane Helene. What does even that mean?
And this is something I think, okay.
I'm curious about a story that I heard here just a little bit ago that potentially in Pinellas County, the landfill had to be essentially cut open so that state crews could get in there and continue dumping debris. Do you know anything about that? Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, so that's accurate. So the executive order said 24/7. I know Kevin was in contact with the county folks. There was a bunch of state assets that had a lot of debris to dump off, and it was locked, and there was no one there manning it. And so they basically opened it. And they did the debris, and that's totally appropriate to be able to do that. We need 24/7, right? I mean, this is something I think the local folks have worked hard on the debris. I don't think it's that, it's a lot of debris, right? And so they worked hard on it, but we've got to redouble the efforts there, and we're supplementing those efforts in ways that have never been done in the history of the state of Florida. And so those debris missions need to be round the clock. You are going to save, you could potentially save lives because this debris can fly and hit people, but certainly you're going to have less damage if you get that debris off. So yes, there was nobody manning that site, and basically our folks in the state just opened it. And they're utilizing it, and everything's going to be open. Okay.
Well, how's everything going to be open when you're right? I'm right here at 114th Avenue, right here, and it's closed. There it is. There's the entrance, the 114th Avenue, and they had Florida Hwy Patrol there, and the gates are closed. So where are people? And you just heard from a resident there. They were turned down. Apparently, across the street here is only for commercial use only, and people are getting denied to be able to get rid of their trash. That seems like that's the situation that I've uncovered thus far. If you got some take on this, please share, because it's just it's strange. And folks, we have a hurricane barreling in, and a lot of people need to get rid of this debris. It's wild, folks. I'm about to go down to Shore Acres to see. Look at this guy. What's he doing? Look what he's doing. He's trying to open it up. Who's this guy? What was he doing? Let me try to get some information from this lady here. Hello. Hey, what's going on? I'm live. I'm trying to inform my viewers. Do you know what's going on here?
Oh, they said that you can't, only if you're unincorporated you can dump here.
So where does the residents dump their trash?
They have a list. They have
So they have other-
sheet of options. If you're in the city limits, you
Yeah.
can go to a certain place. But trash, like I'm in St. Pete, and you could debris and stuff like that. But it's like brush debris, you know, you can go off 22nd and you can put it there. But each city has their own place, so they're telling us to call your city, call City of Largo, call City of St. Pete.
So they're not letting residents put stuff there.
Only if they're unincorporated.
Only if they're unincorporated.
That's what they're saying. So.
And where they like checking IDs or something like
Well, I
that.
think you have to give them your address.
Yeah.
Some places they want, like, you know, you can take your utility bill, your trash bill or whatever. And I know that St. Pete did that, the one off 22nd. They've done that before, where they check your ID or your bill, whatever you have handy. And just because they need to know your address. So just to make sure that, you know, that there's enough room for all the other residents and stuff like that. But other than that, if we can't dump it, we're just gonna keep it in our trailer in our backyard and put a tarp over it. Really, that's all we can do.
Hopefully it holds for this hurricane if it comes.
You know.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Be safe.
You too, ma'am. All right. Whoa, strange things are going on, folks. Strange things are going on with this trash. I'll call it a trash debacle. I'll call it a trash debacle. And apparently we have only for commercial. Now, I'm going to see if the state police come back. I'm monitoring here, and then I'm going to be going off. If something zooming past. Oh wait, that's up on the highway. Folks, there's almost like I'm not saying the areas, but I just talked to someone in my messenger that said, you know, it's starting to become a chaotic situation at these sandbag places and stuff like. It's so weird because if you look at the latest models, yeah, they were trending south, but let me just show you the latest GFS, which now has this storm trending back towards the north. The GFS model, which is it's strange. There's a lot of strange things. Look, we'll do this. For instance, the 12Z icon has shifted northward with Milton and now has the storm making landfall in Sarasota. So this is the icon. So some models are still saying Sarasota. Icon is not really reliable though. But other ones, I'll show you, for instance, the GFS, the 12Z GFS has landfill near Crystal River, a shift northward. So it's just so weird that some of these models have it so shifted, like hundreds of miles, like over 100 miles from the north, Crystal River, and down in Sarasota. That's a big difference. Do you understand? You're threading the needle here. You got to tread very lightly with this Tampa, because Tampa Bay, again, as we discussed, if the eye of the storm goes north of Tampa Bay, you're going to get all that surge. You're going to get 10 foot of surge. But if it just goes south a little bit of Tampa Bay, just basically a rainmaker, folks. Maybe some winds and breezes and no surge, because you get that counterclockwise and that offshore flow. So that time makes a difference. But when you got things like this, where the latest GFS puts it up there by Crystal River, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I thought all the maps were going down towards Sarasota, Venice. This is it's weird. It's weird. I'm just saying. But my thing is like, hey, just evacuate itself. Here's the 12Z CMC. These are so wide, all these models. They have it in Naples. All these models I have Naples. What are they trying to do here? Are they just trying to make sure everyone prepares everywhere? A way to panic everyone? Because when I was just in Pasco County, I mean, there was hundreds of people there. You know, when I cut off the feed in Pasco County, I should have kept the feed going and drive out of there, because there was a line of about 50 cars trying to get into that sandbag spot. Like, people are rushing for this panic. But if you know the storm, like if the storm hits Naples, I doubt Tampa, Florida will probably get an inch of rain at the most. But then you have the GFS at the same time now putting it up Crystal River to the north. It's like, what's going on here? You have a variety of maps here, it looks like, going from Naples all the way up to Crystal River with almost like every scenario. And you have less than three days. Less than 3 days. That's the CMC. I don't know the CMZ. I don't know exactly what that is. Schools are closed in the area. Charlotte County is encouraging people who normally evacuate to evacuate now before the order is given. So Charlotte County evacuation. I don't get it, folks. And now we also have this landfill situation. So I'm going to continue to push forward and push to other locations throughout Pinellas and see what they're doing. And wherever this storm goes, if we have to push south, we'll push south. If we have to push north, but tomorrow we'll start busting moves and seeing firsthand what in the world is going on here. I mean, the GFS people are talking about models. I mean, taking it directly into Central Florida with the 950 pressure. I've seen a variety of pressures from the 930s all the way up to the 980s. I mean, that itself is a difference between a Cat 2 and a Cat, or a Cat 4 and a Cat 1. It's like, to me, it seems like everything is on the table at this point. I almost prematurely said, hey, everyone in Tampa could have a sign of relief, because I was starting to get very confident that it was going south of Tampa. And if it does go south of Tampa, Tampa's going to be okay, I believe. I mean, you might get some wind damage. You're not going to get that catastrophic stuff if it hits south of Tampa. But now, they're shifting, and then they're also mixing in, saying some shear, some dry air in the mix. Storm speed is all kinds of fluctuating. Some models are saying it's going to slow down. Some models are saying it's going to plow right through and cut across the state. Where is FEMA? That's a great question. Well, we should trust the models. I mean, you gotta give you some guidance. The models have to give you some guidance here, because if you don't get guidance, that's pretty much your weatherman out there, your favorite weather person. That's what they do. They read the models and the graphs and the charts, and they have their own, niche for this and an understanding of this. We're not pros on JLR Investigates. We're just trying to get to the eye and trying to show you what's going on in real time. Hurricane preparation. That's what we're doing on JLR Investigates. I'm not a weather expert. Don't trust me for the weather. Don't trust me for the weather, please. You can trust me being boots on the ground, as being in areas and seeing what's up and showing you what's going on. So we're going to make a move next. We're going to go to the shoreline, and I'll be back in a bit on JLR Investigates. Sub to the channel. Let me see if Magnolia has any information. We'll see. Nope, nothing else. So people are being turned away here at the landfill as far as residential, except the lady was saying if you're in an unincorporated community, you can go, but I don't know about that. And otherwise, you can't go to the solid waste site. There's other locations. I'll try to check out the other locations and see. All right, I'll be back in a bit. JLR Investigates. Boots on the ground, Pinellas County. We'll talk soon.